All right. Well then. Good evening, everybody. This is Francisco from Sports Goofs here as we are doing another in our line of simulation games here. This time we're doing MVP Baseball 2005. And we have the San Francisco Giants versus the Minnesota Twins, a rare matchup. And hold on, I gotta change a couple things. 1 second. Let's do it. All right, so we've got the computer playing here because I don't want to influence this at any point in time. Our next simulation will be the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Chicago White Sox on Home Run King. From, was it Guaranteed Rate Field now? That's what it's called? Yeah, that's where it'll be. But here we are, MVP Baseball 2005, inside the Metrodome, the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, which is now U.S. Bank Stadium for the Minnesota Vikings. And we've got Brad Radke on the mound. He's our first player that we're going to cover. That's a ground ball, and that sneaks on through for a base hit for the Giants. Man on first. Let's take a look here. As Brad Radke was a pitcher, 6'2", 180 pounds when he played. Omar Vizquel is up to bat, and we've seen him before when he played for the Indians. Let's continue on here. Radke threw righty, as you can see here, and he batted righty whenever he was in a National League park. Drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 8th round of the 1991 draft out of high school, out of Tampa, Florida. He was born October 27th, 1972. He's now 47 years old, from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Made his major league debut April 29th, 1995, at the age of 22, versus the Baltimore Orioles. Pitched 3 innings, allowed 5 hits, had no strikeouts, no walks, and tagged with 3 earned runs. His last game ever came September 28th, 2006, at the age of 33, versus the the Kansas City Royals. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, got 1 strikeout, allowed 2 walks, and no earned runs. So Brad William Radke now. As this is a fly towards right field, it might sneak through, and it is just foul. Outside of that right field foul line. Marquise Grissom is up to bat. That's an old school player, and I think we'll cover him for the Giants. We're going to do one and then the other. Or a Twin and then a Giant, and that's a throw too, and that is an out there. As they catch the guy trying to steal second. And the Minnesota Twins now have 2 outs, and that's a strikeout for Radke, and he gets out of it. No problemo. What a fantastic sequence that was. Continuing on here as the Twins are coming up to bat. Joe Mauer with a fantastic throw to catch that base runner. Brett Tomko pitching for the San Francisco Giants. You will notice in this game, Barry Bonds is not present, even though he really was on this San Francisco Giants roster, and that's because he would not allow his likeness to appear in certain video games if they didn't pay him, because he wasn't totally with the MLB Players Association. So if they didn't pay him personally, then he would not appear, and they would have to replace him with a fake player. So I think we'll see Barry Bonds was replaced by a white guy. Let's continue on here. So Brad Radke made 1 All-Star team. Joe Mauer now. We might talk about him. Might. I don't know. And he shoots that into left center field, and that's going to land. He's going to get himself a nice stand-up double. So Brad Radke made 1 All-Star team. Wore number 22. 59, and then 22 again, all with the Minnesota Twins. Had a career WAR of 45.4, a win-loss record of 148 and 139, and a 4.22 career ERA. Torrey Hunter is now up. This is going to be fun to see. Joe Mauer on second. Hunter at the plate with a chance to drive him in and give the Twins an early lead here at the Metrodome. So Brad Radke, let's take a look at his transaction history because I believe it'll be fairly short. Drafted in 91 by the Twins. Signed with the Twins in free agency for the first time at the end of 2004. And then retired. That was it. Made $61,859,000. Justin Morneau, a fine Canadian man, is up to bat right now. And he shoots that to center field, and that is a diving stop by the center fielder there. That landed potentially. Joe Mauer scores from second base. Jock Jones is now up to bat. This was a very solid Twins team. It's pretty unfortunate that they always seem to choke against the New York Yankees. As that's a fly ball just behind home plate, and he is out. So Jones is out, and the Giants and Twins are knotted up at 0-0, both a hit apiece. So yeah, when did Brad Radke get paid the most? In 2004, got paid $10,750,000 by the Minnesota Twins. Pitched in 4 postseasons. In 2002, actually just 3 postseasons, right? No, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that's 4. Okay, I've learned how to count, folks. Pitched in 3 postseasons: 2002, 2003, 2004, and 2006. 2002, the Twins beat the Oakland A's in the ALDS, and Radke got 2 victories in that series. 2002 ALCS, they lost to the Angels, and he lost his 1 start against Anaheim. 2003, the Twins lost to the New York Yankees, and Radke lost his 1 start to the Yanks. 2004, once more, the Twins lost to the New York Yankees, and Radke was lit up in his lone start there, 6.1 innings pitched, and allowed 5 earned runs. And then 2006 in the ALDS, lost to the Oakland A's, and was also allowed 3 runs in his lone start of that series. So when did Brad Radke have his career year? Early on with the Twins weren't that great of a ball club, but Radke was always a consistently good pitcher for Minnesota. Learned how to play inside of that Metrodome. Well, the mid to late 90s were kind of good for him here, as the Giants have something going here, and that's a foul ball with 2 guys on, 2 outs at this moment. So, 95, he got Rookie of the Year votes, finished 9th there. In 97, finished 3rd in Cy Young voting and 25th in MVP voting, as he won 20 games in 1997. Of course, win-loss counted for a lot more back then. Now it's more about sabermetrics, and it's, your team could be really good around you, and you could be a okay pitcher. And that's a base hit into left center field, and that's going to drive 1 runner home. The San Francisco Giants have the lead as JT Snow picks himself up an RBI. All right. His 98 season, Brad Radke made the All-Star team. Made the All-Star team. So let's take a look at what could have been like his career year, the one that really defined him. 2004 wasn't too shabby as well. Went 11-8. Started 34 games. About 85 earned runs and 143 strikeouts. I mean, nothing that kind of shoots out at you. 1999 wasn't bad either. I would say his 97 season. I mean, he started 35 games, which led the league. Had 4 complete games. Pitched 1 shutout. 239 innings pitched, which is the most he's ever pitched in his career. Allowed 238 hits, 130 earned runs. Struck out the most batters, 174 for his career. Allowed 48 walks and only 28 home runs. So I would say his 97 season would be, I mean, he made the All-Star team in 98, but the Twins weren't. Let's see, the 98 Twins finished 70-92, so it wasn't a good ball club. But his 97 season, the Twins were 68-94, not a good ball club, but Radke in some way was responsible for 20 victories, and at least he was credited with those. And I can see why. I would say his 97 season was his career year. And it's kind of too bad he wasn't on a better team. Well, the Twins eventually, by 2002, became good, but it would have been nice to have some more support in his early part of his career. All right. Well, let's see what, because we've been kind of stuck on Radke for the last. We're here in the top of the 3rd inning now. And we're still on him, trying to get to a San Francisco Giant at some point. And that ball is just under there, caught in right field, in front of the baggie. So, Radke is part of the Minnesota Twins Hall of Fame, rightfully so. And I'm trying to see, made the All-Star team, led the league in strikeout to walk ratio in 2001. Let's see. Continuing on here. Trying to see what his post-playing career has been like. As I'm not getting anything. Well, I guess that's it. That's all we can say about Brad Radke. Well, let's move on to a Giant now. And I wanted to talk about Marquise Grissom. Played for a long time. Marquise Grissom, center fielder, batted righty through righty. Yeah, perfect. He's coming up. 5'11", 190 pounds when he played. Born April 17th, 1967. He's now 53 years old. Born in Atlanta, Georgia. Drafted by the Montreal Expos in the 3rd round of the 1988 draft out of Florida A&M. Made his major league debut August 22nd, 1989. At the age of 22 versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Had 3 at-bats, his first major league hit, and drove in his first RBI. His last game ever came July 31st, 2005, at the age of 38 versus the Milwaukee Brewers. So this is probably the last video game Marquise Grissom ever appeared on in baseball video games. So July 31st, 2005 versus the Brewers. Had 3 at-bats, got his last ever hit. And that was it. So Marquise Dion Grissom, 2-time All-Star, won the 1995 World Series with the Atlanta Braves, 4-time Gold Glover, and won the ALCS MVP. What year did he win that? Was that with the Indians? Did he win that with the Indians? It might have. Yeah, it has to be with the Indians. 1997. There we go. All right. Let's see his transaction history. So Grissom, drafted by the Expos In April of 95, he was traded by the Expos to the Atlanta Braves for Roberto Kelly, Tony Tarasco, and Esteban Yan. In March of 1997, Grissom was traded again by the Braves with David Justice to the Cleveland Indians for Alan Embry and Kenny Lofton. December 8th, 1997, he was traded by the Indians with Jeff Juden to the Milwaukee Brewers for Mike Fetters, Ben McDonald, and Ron Vallone. February 24, 2001, traded by the Milwaukee Brewers, with the players to be named later to the LA Dodgers for Devon White. The Brewers then sent Ruddy Lugo to the Dodgers to complete the trade. Then December 2002, he signed as a free agent with the San Francisco Giants and ended his career in San Francisco. Made $51,946,500 in his career. Got paid the most in the years between 1998 and 2002. Got paid $5 million a year by both the Milwaukee Brewers and Los Angeles Dodgers. And yeah, Grissom played for the Montreal Expos, where he wore number 9. The Atlanta Braves, he wore number 9 as well. The Cleveland Indians, he wore number 17. Then went back to number 9 with the Brewers, the Dodgers, and the San Francisco Giants. That's a base hit for the Twins. They got a man on, trying to get something going here. But Torrey Hunter now at the plate. He walked his first time. That's a strike. Tom Coe doing some work here for San Fran. Maurer is at first base. Let's move on here. So Marquise Grissom had a career WAR of 29.6. That's a base hit to center field. Maurer going to third base there as Grissom gets the ball back in. And Torrey Hunter turns that single into a double. Diving headfirst into second. The Twins now have something going here with 2 guys on at second and third. So Grissom's career WAR of 29.6, 8,275 at-bats, 2,251 hits, 227 home runs, and a 272 career batting average. Justin Morneau is now up. Let's pay a little attention here. This is getting good. This is getting good for Soda. Tom Coe gets Morneau to fly to left, and Minnesota couldn't get a run in on this one. And that's it. So Minnesota with a chance, had their best batters up. No runs scored. Edgardo Alfonso is now up. So Marquise Grissom. So many teams. Played most of his career with the Montreal Expos. Part of that infamous 1994 Expos team that probably would have had a shot at the World Series. Only made 2 All-Star teams in his career, and that was 93 and 94, both with the Montreal Expos. Rookie of the Year votes in 1990, finished 7th there. MVP votes in 92, finished 9th. As the Giants have another guy on with a double there. And, okay, continuing on here. 93, Grissom made the All-Star team. Finished 8th in MVP voting and won a Gold Glove. 94, same thing, All-Star team, finished 12th MVP voting and won a Gold Glove. 95, won a Gold Glove. And 96, finished 13th in MVP voting and won his last Gold Glove. His postseason career, played in 95, 96, 97, and 2003 postseasons. So 95 with the Braves, he won the World Series. 96, lost the World Series to the New York Yankees. 97, lost the World Series to the Florida Marlins. And 2003, lost the Division Series to the Florida Marlins. So there's, I don't know if there's symmetry there, but there's Cleveland, Atlanta, New York Yankees involved there a couple times. The Marlins are involved there a couple times. So yeah, let's continue here. Now, when was Marquise Grissom's career year? What was the year for Marquise Grissom? If you had to say, man, I mean, that period of his early career, 1990 through 1996, he was an elite player. It's tough to say. It is tough to say right now. I mean, 93, he had 188 hits. 96, though. 96, he had 207 hits. 308 batting average. I mean, that 96 season for him. Played 158 games. 671 at-bats. 106 runs scored, which is the most in his career. Most hits in his career at 207. Most, let's see, not the most doubles in his career, but still 32, second most. 10 triples, the most in his career. 23 home runs, also most. 74 RBI, not the most, but 28 stolen bases, not the most either. I mean, he had 76 and 78 and 91 and 92 when he was younger. 73 strikeouts at a 308 batting average, 349 on base percentage, 489 slugging, 838 OPS, 114 OPS plus, 328 total bases, most in his career. Yeah, if I would have to put it at that 96 season, the peak. I mean, that was his prime. He was 29 years old. That's prime peak Marquise Grissom there for the Atlanta Braves. So they traded him pretty much at the right time to, well, either way, the 97 Braves and Indians lost out to the Marlins. So, it worked out for Florida in the end. All right. What's Marquise Grissom doing in his post-playing career, if we can find out? By Wikipedia, I'm not going to search any deeper than that. It's a foul ball there. So Marquise Grissom. That's a... Oh, wow. The Giants are now pouring it on here against Minnesota. Uh-oh. As Marquise Grissom. Look at that. Getting himself, I think, 2 RBI there. And here comes, this is Ron Gardenhire when he was with the Minnesota Twins. Terry Mulholland. Whoa, did not realize he was on this team. All right, so this is John Dowd, not Barry Bonds. Not Barry Bonds in the slightest. Not his number, not his likeness, not even the same skin color. Probably not the same height either. This is just a guy that they... John Doe, actually. John Doe. That makes more sense than John Dowd, but it's basically John Doe. It's Barry Bonds, though. It's Barry Bonds in disguise. And when he was eating a balanced breakfast. So the Giants are winning 6-0 at this point. It's not like they need Bonds' power, even if he was in this game. But it's a very interesting thing that we don't see Barry Bonds in this game. But, I mean, Barry Bonds was a special kind of player, that's for sure. So now we got Moises Alou coming up here for the Giants. And remember, this is the Giants when Felipe Alou was coaching them, so he's playing with his dad. Of course, Moises Alou played with his dad back when he was on the Montreal Expos, and his dad was coaching those 94 Expos, by the way. So Jock Jones is now up. So Marquise Grissom, there he is. There's Marquise Grissom. Baseball career, Montreal, blah, 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 retirement. 17 years, retired in 2006. And received 4 votes in the Baseball Hall of Fame balloting in 2011. He became a youth baseball coach after his playing career. He was hired to become the Washington Nationals first base coach for the 2009 season. And then he was replaced in the coaching staff in November of 2009. So that's all we've got on Grissom. He's living in Georgia. He bought houses for his parents and every one of his 14 siblings. Wow. I mean, he made a ton of money in his career. He had the money to do that. And he founded the Marquise Grissom Baseball Association, a nonprofit which helps underprivileged youths in the Atlanta area play baseball. So this is man, Grissom was the second youngest of 16 children. Wow. His father built his own home. Wow. And this is amazing. Marquise Grissom lived wow, he did so much. Wow. Look at this. And Marquise Grissom, when he was 8 or 10 years old, he struck a police officer's Cadillac with a rock thrown from a great distance. The officer, who was impressed by the throw, agreed not to charge him if Grissom would join his youth baseball team, and that's when the magic happened. So, what a fantastic story. So, this all worked out in the end for Grissom. He won the World Series with his childhood team. Wow. What a life. What a life for Marquise Grissom. Shannon Stewart now up for the Twins as they're trying to get something going. They got their first run now. It's 6-1. They've got 2 outs, though, so if something's going to happen, it's got to happen very soon. That's a base hit down the third base line. Another run scores. So moves up guy on second and third with 2 outs. So, okay, Minnesota chipping away at that large Giants lead. They're now 1/3 of the way there. All right. So that's Michael Kadire. Joe Mauer, who should I cover, man, for the Twins? I mean, these players are pretty memorable. That's a base hit for Joe Mauer. Drives in another run, and here comes out. Nope, they decide to bring that one back. Guy in first and third with 2 outs. So now the lead is cut in half for the Giants. It's 6-3 here at the Metrodome. All right, so now what's going to happen here? As the Giants have Wayne Franklin warming up in the bullpen. Torrey Hunter now. He's 1 for 1. He's got a shot at this, and diving stop by the second baseman, and Torrey Hunter is out. Try to just sneak it by the second baseman, but nothing doing. And Minnesota's rally is over, but it's now 6-3 San Francisco. Edgardo Alfonso coming up now. All right, well, since he's up, let's see. Well, who's pitching for the Twins? Terry Mulholland. Not a player we remember to forget, that's for sure, but a notable baseball player. All right. You know what? This is a very long history. Very long, but I don't know. I mean, there's several different baseball games in which I could cover Terry Mulholland, but let's do it now. We're in the top of the 5th inning here. We're more than halfway through the game. It's been a good game so far. I mean, at least now, until now, really. That 4th inning, having the Twins come back a little bit, has made this a more interesting game. Terry Mulholland, pitcher, batted righty through lefty, as you can see here. 6'3", 200 pounds when he played. Born March 9th, 1963. He's now 57 years old, and that's a base hit down the left field line for Edgardo Alfonso, and he's on base. So Mulholland, born in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, drafted by the San Francisco Giants in the first round of the 1984 draft out of Marietta College in Marietta, Ohio. Made his Major League debut June 8th, 1986 at the age of 23 versus the Cincinnati Reds. Pitched 7.1 innings, allowed 5 hits, had 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and only allowed 1 earned run. His last game ever came June 3rd, 2006 at the age of 43 versus the Atlanta Braves. No innings pitched, allowed 1 hit and 1 earned run. It must have been a home run. If that's what I'm seeing, that's what it looks like. 1 hit, 1 earned run, no innings pitched. That seems like it was a home run. All right, well, San Francisco now with the bases loaded, looking to get back those 3 runs that they gave up in the 4th. So Terrence John Mulholland made 1 All-Star team, and that was, oh boy, way back in 1993 with the Philadelphia Phillies. And he played for a lot of teams and then wear a lot of different numbers, really just in between number 40 and 52. And we'll try and get this situated here with regards to his playing history. So, oh boy, I'm trying to organize this here. Mulholland played for the San Francisco Giants and wore number 52 and 45. The Philadelphia Phillies, he wore number 40 and 45. The New York Yankees wore number 46. They went back to San Francisco and wore number 46. Then the Seattle Mariners wore number 45. Then the Chicago Cubs wore 45. Then, oh boy, then went to he went back to San Francisco briefly in 97. Then went back to 97 is kind of weird. So we'll look at the transaction history real quick. I can't go through all of the transactions because there's way too much here. But in 96, December of 96, he was signed as a free agent with the Cubs. Then in August of 97, he was claimed off waivers by the Giants from the Chicago Cubs. Then in February of 1998, he re-signed with the Chicago Cubs. So there you go. I don't know. I don't know how that worked, but that's how it was. So let's get back here. Mulholland then went to Atlanta, signed with the Braves, and wore number 45. Then went to Pittsburgh and wore number 45. Then the Dodgers, 45. Then the Cleveland Indians and wore 45. Then ended up in Minnesota and wore number 46 and number 45. Number 45 here in this game, and which he's not doing so well, actually. And then ended his career with the Arizona Diamondbacks and wore number 45. It's a fly ball to left field. Under it, and that's an out, but it moves up the runner at third, and he scores. So San Francisco is getting right back on it, scoring runs against these Twins. That's Mike Matheny scoring that. All right, so John Dode, or Barry Bonds, is up, really. And, well, Dode doesn't have the plate discipline that Barry Bonds had, that's for sure. Because, or even the scariness, because I don't even know if they would pitch to Bonds at this point. Well, it's 9-3, but, I mean, if you want any chance of coming back to this game, I wouldn't pitch to Barry Bonds. I'd just put him on at first, and you have a out at every base. But that's a fly ball to center. Fake Barry Bonds is out. And the Twins get out of that. So Justin Morneau, Jock Jones, and Lou Ford are now coming up, trying to see if they can once again get the Twins back into this game, as they once had the lead cut in half and now are back to 1/3 of the way there. So that's a fly ball to right field. That's Moises Alou with the out. And Morneau is done. All right, so Terry Mulholland, let's see, he pitched in the postseason 5 times. In 93 with the Philadelphia Phillies. Of course, they lost in the World Series to the Blue Jays. In 98 with the Chicago Cubs, they lost to the Atlanta Braves in the NLDS. In 1999, pitched with the Atlanta Braves and lost to New York. Actually, no, lost to New York Yankees, yeah. In the World Series. In 2000, with the Atlanta Braves, he lost in the Division Series to the St. Louis Cardinals. And in 2004, with the Minnesota Twins, lost in the Division Series to the New York Yankees. All right, Terry Mulholland. Let's take a look at your career there. So, with the Giants, pitched sparingly with San Francisco. Then when he hit Philadelphia, he became a starter. And, I mean, his 93 season, it's looking like was his career year. Because after that, he just kind of was like a reliever there. So in 93, as Minnesota, let's take a look at this. Oh, is that an out? That is an out there. Play at the plate, and that was an awful slide there. If he had just gone in head first or legs first instead of trying to get around it, he would have tagged the plate. But trying to get around the tag, and yet the tag got to him before he could get to the plate. That's not what you're trying to do. So Mulholland in 93 made the All-Star team with the Phillies. Went 12-9, 3.25 ERA. Started 28 games. 191 innings pitched. Let's see, 116 strikeouts. Well, his 91 season wasn't that bad either. Well, either way, I think his 93 season overall was probably, like, if you had to take Terry Mulholland's peak, that would be it. I mean, he was 30 years old at this point, so he was in the prime of his career. But the fact that he pitched until he was 43, now that is amazing. That is amazing. Well, let's see. Did we take a look at his salary? I'll have to go down and check. So salaries here. So Mulholland made $26,190,000 over his career, and got paid the most in 1994 with the New York Yankees. He got paid $3,350,000. Although the strike happened, so you know. J.D. Durbin, and I didn't get to see who the other guy was, but there's two guys warming up in the bullpen for the Twins. As Mulholland is still somehow in this game. Oh, he's just eating up innings at this point. Although this is kind of like a one-time deal. We're not going to see the Twins for quite a while, I think. But who knows? That's the reason I chose this matchup. A little rarity to Minnesota and San Francisco facing each other. And so, let's see what goes on here. As Brett Tomko is still dealing here for San Francisco. I don't want to say dealing, though Minnesota has scored some runs. But he's got a nice, safe lead with 6 runs to pad any mistakes that he's going to make. There's a guy in first, though, with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Minnesota's losing chances here. So if they're going to get something done, they better do it quick. Well, speaking of, we're going to do this. Well, let's finish up Terry Mulholland, and then we'll get to it. As that's a walk here. And Shannon Stewart is up for Minnesota. Got first and second now with no outs. All right, Terry Mulholland. What have he done post-playing career, if Wikipedia tells me? Doesn't tell me. Aw, come on. Well, he pitched a no-hitter. August 15th, 1990. So there you go. When he was with the Phillies. Well, let's move on to our next featured player, and I think we should give that honor to Brett Tomko. He's pitched a good game. He's made it into the 6th inning here. He's a little in trouble though, and we'll see what he does here. And that is a walk, so he's got the bases loaded now with no outs. I would think Minnesota would start getting guys warmed up. Joe Mauer is up here, and this is incredibly dangerous. Well, let's get to Brett Tomko before he goes away. So Brett Tomko played from 1997 to 2011. And that's a base hit over the first baseman's head. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and Minnesota has now made it 9-5. Guy on first and third with no outs. And there we go. 2 guys there. Armando Almanza, who played for the Marlins and was part of that 2003 World Series squad. That's a pretty cool likeness of Felipe Alou. It's pretty accurate. Jason Christensen is finally in this game, as Tomko is out, but we're going to talk about him anyways. And we'll see if Christensen can get out of this mess. That's a fly ball for Torrey Hunter, and it lands just by the right field line. Another run scores. Guy in first and third. There are still no outs for Minnesota. 9-6 here. They're 3 runs away. And this has gotten really interesting. My interest has peaked. Hold on, Brett Tomko. Hold on a second. I want to see what goes down here. Justin Morneau is up. He's gone 0 for 3, but things are happening here in the 6th inning. Who knows? That's a ball just below the knees. Jason Christensen trying to clean up Brett Tomko's mess. Foul ball from Justin Morneau here. Here comes the pitch. That is a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Morneau. Morneau, fly ball to right field. Alou going back on the warning track, but that's going to bring in another runner as he tags up from third and scores. It is now 9-7 San Francisco here in Minnesota. So Morneau getting the job done here. Jock Jones is up. Let's see what Minnesota does. Let's see if they can keep this rally going. So ball 1. Outside, a little low. Another ball down the middle, but low below the knees. And that's going to land for a base hit to center field. So now there's a guy on first and second with 1 out. Jock Jones getting a base hit here. But it opens up the double play opportunity for the Twins. Well, they've had double for the Giants, actually. Giants have had double play opportunities this inning, but, well, pitchers are not making that happen. Lou Ford is up now. And that's a ball. Ooh, Jason Christensen is not finding the plate very well in this 6th inning, trying to clean up Brett Tomko's mess, and, well, not much cleaning is happening at this point. That's another ball, so it's 3 balls, no strikes. That was Lou Ford. I just kind of let the bat just rest on my shoulder, not do anything, and that's exactly what he does. So now bases are loaded with 1 out. Michael Kodire is up. He's gone 2 for 3 now, and he's looking to make something happen. He swings at the first pitch. That's a ground ball. See, San Francisco will not be able to return 2 and win a little slow. Run scores. It is now 9-8. Minnesota is now 1 run away from tying this game. A lead that seemed insurmountable, well, just might get surmounted very soon. Torrey Hunter scores on this one. All right, so now Luis Rivas is up. He's 1 for 2, and they're going to intentionally walk him to allow for an out at every base with Jason Bartlett, who's gone 0 for 2 so far. Bases are loaded now, 2 outs. And he swings at the first pitch. That ball is headed into right field, and it gets past Moises Alou. 1 run scores, 2 runs scores. That's a bases clearing double from Luis Rivas. Jason Bartlett. Gosh darn it, yeah. And Felipe Alou is not very happy. And so, wow, it has been surmounted. The San Francisco Giants just choked away a massive lead to Minnesota. Wow, it is now 11-9 Twins here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wow. Holy shoes. Jason Christensen is still in this game somehow. That's a ground ball to third base. That's a caught fly at third base. Never mind. But either way, Minnesota has now taken the lead. Mike Matheny is up. Terry Mulholland, dear Lord, I thought you would have thought Terry Mulholland would not be in this game after this. Well, the 6th inning happened, and he is still in this game. Baseball, folks. Baseball. Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, and this is sorry for not talking about Brett Tomko, but man, what a way to not get a decision in a game at this point. Ray Durham is up to bat, and that ball swings and a miss. Strike 1. And well, maybe Terry Mulholland, now boistered by a lead, will pitch a lot better. He's already gotten 1 out. And doesn't get the call on that curveball there when a little inside. And that's a ground ball. Sneaks into center field. And man on first with 1 out for San Francisco. Oh boy, this has been a very interesting game. Omar Vizquel, man, the Giants had a lot of old guys on this team. What were they trying to do? Bunt, Vizquel, thrown out at first, just barely actually. Not too shabby for a really old guy. Vizquel not that great of a hitter, but of course defensively sound shortstop. And wow, I'm surprised there wasn't a collision there. Old man Marquise Grissom now, man, the Giants were just filled with guys like in their late 30s and 40s. What were they trying to do? Well, in 5 years, these Giants would win the World Series. Not these guys on this team. I don't know how many from this team were on that 2010 squad. But hey, Marquise Grissom with a hit towards right field. And that scores Ray Durham. And so San Francisco gets 1 back. It is now 11-10. We're not done here, folks. And fake Barry Bonds, John Doe, is up to bat. And we'll see what happens. It would be really interesting if a home run is hit to give the Giants a lead again. I'm kind of hoping it does. And I don't know. I don't think Barry Bonds would be doing this. I don't think this is accurate whatsoever. And that's a strikeout. Yeah, Barry Bonds would not have done this. In fact, the Twins probably wouldn't even pitch to him at this point. They probably would have put him on at first base intentionally. And I don't know. Just not pitch to him. Just not have him. Well, whatever. It's 7th inning stretch. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. All right, that's the end of that. Well, Joe Mauer is up. The Twins are up 11-10. And I think finally we have a pause in the game where I can talk about Brett Tomko, the starting pitcher for the Giants back when they had a lead a long time ago. Seemingly a long time ago. It was just last inning, really. So Brett Tomko was a pitcher. Batted righty, threw righty. 6'4", 220 pounds when he played. Born April 7th, 1973. He's now 47 years old. Born in Cleveland, Ohio. Drafted by the LA Dodgers in the 94 draft out of Mount San Antonio College. And then by the Cincinnati Reds in the second round of the 95 draft from Florida Southern College in Lakeland. Made his Major League debut May 27th, 1997 at the age of 24 versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Pitched 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, had 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 earned runs, and suffered a loss in that game. And they get the guy trying to steal here. That was Joe Mauer. Why is Joe Mauer trying to steal a base here? Especially with the Twins having a lead. I know it's a 1-run lead at this point, but still a lead. I know they came back from being 6 runs down, but still, they have the lead, and they're at home. Anyways, his last game ever, Brett Tomko, was May 24th, 2011 at the age of 38 versus the Chicago White Sox. Pitched 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, had 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, and got the loss. So, wow, he only allowed 2 earned runs and lost his first game ever and lost his last game ever. Well, 2 innings pitched in his last game ever. He didn't start that's for sure. At least you would hope not. Oh, well, whatever. Juan Rincon and Joe Nathan are up. So Joe Nathan was the closer for the Twins. I don't know why he's up so early, but, man, this game is gone. It's a pretty wild game, pretty high-scoring game. Who knows what will happen, so might as well do what you can if you're Ron Gardenhire at this point. So Brett Daniel Tomko. That's a ground ball to second base and thrown out Justin Morneau. San Francisco with their old man team trying to get the lead back here as Juan Rincon is going to pitch. All right, let's try and make sense of Brett Tomko's transaction history. Well, let's take a look at how much he was paid. So, Brett Tomko, you got paid over your career $21,330,000. Got paid the most in 2007 by the LA Dodgers, $4,100,000. All right, so a lengthy transaction history, but once again, drafted by the Dodgers and then drafted by the Reds in 95. February 10, 2000, traded by the Reds along with a minor leaguer, Mike Cameron, and Antonio Perez to the Seattle Mariners for Ken Griffey Jr. So he was part of the Ken Griffey Jr. trade. Wow. December 11, 2001, he was traded by the Mariners with Tom Lampkin, Ramon Vasquez, and cash to the San Diego Padres for Alex Arias, Ben Davis, and Huáscar Serrano. It's a ground ball. That might be a double play here, and it is. It is. Minnesota able to turn 2 here. Finally. I don't think we've seen that this game. And there we go. Hey, Minnesota, they're feeling it now. They are feeling it. San Francisco is losing now with 1 more shot to go at trying to regain this lead. Jock Jones, that's a fantastic play by old man Omar Vizquel. All right, Brett Tomko, then, let's see. Traded by the Padres to the Cards for his player to be named later, and Luther Hackman. Okay, whatever, who cares? In January 2004, he signed with the Giants in free agency. January 2006, signed with the Dodgers in free agency. September 2007, signed with the Padres in free agency. And January 21st, 2008, signed with the Royals as a free agent. Then released by the Royals in June of 2008, June of 2008. Later on, signed as a free agent with the Padres, and then September was released by the Padres for September call-ups. Then February 2009, signed with the Yankees. Then July 2009, that World Championship Yankees team, by the way, he signed with them. And he was released in July 2009. August 5th, 2009, signed as a free agent with the A's. And then February 2010, re-signed with the Oakland A's. Man, this is a long history. I mean, did he even keep playing through all this? Then he went to Texas. Oh, there's a lot here. There's a lot. So he wore number 40 with the Reds, 40 with the Mariners, 20 with the Padres, 30 with... Wait, hold on. This is getting confusing. 30 with the Cardinals, 50 with the Giants, and then 35 later on with the Giants, 35 with the Dodgers, 33 with the Padres when he went back, 25 with the Royals, 27 when he went back to the Padres again, then 28 with the Yankees, 23 with the A's, and then 21 with the Texas Rangers. He didn't play in 2010, and he ended his career in 2011. Oh boy, Brett Tomko. Wow. When was your career year, dude? Tough to say. That 2001 Mariners team, he only played 11 games. 2003, I mean, he never made an all-star team. His 94 season, or 97 season, sorry, his rookie year, finished 7th in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, I guess his 2003 season when he was with the Cardinals, but he allowed the most hits in the league and the most earned runs. His rookie season might have been his best year when he was 24 years old. I can't tell. I cannot tell with Brett Tomko. It's kind of all over the place. But San Francisco now, a guy on third and first with one out, and Omar Vizquel gets a double off the left field wall. That scores a run. San Francisco's going for another one, and holy crap, they get back the lead. In the 9th inning, Omar Vizquel, old man Omar Vizquel, drives in two. Wow. 12-11 here. Joe Nathan blows it for the Twins. Holy shoes. What a turn of events. Several turns of events in this game, but wow. Top of the 9th inning. Holy shoes. That's a ground ball to short. Thrown out at first is Marquise Grissom. San Francisco now. Armando Benitez was on the team. Man, they were full of old guys here. And now we have fake Barry Bonds up to bat. And they intentionally, we see that's what you would do with Barry Bonds up to bat. You would intentionally walk him right there. Moises Alou is now up. Old man Moises Alou, by the way. All right. Oh, boy. And Brett Tomko only pitched in 2 postseasons. 2000 with the Mariners, who lost in the ALCS against the New York Yankees. And 2006 with the Dodgers, who lost in the NLDS to the New York Mets. All right. Man. What's Brett Tomko doing now? Hopefully watching this game as Moises Alou kind of pokes that to left field, and holy shoes, that's a home run. Oh my goodness gracious. Moises Alou just gets it over the left fielder's glove, and that's a home run, and San Francisco has broken this game open at the top of the 9th inning when they were down 11-10. Gardenhire, and that's actually pretty accurate for Gardenhire too. With Grant Balfour now, the Australian wonder, he is coming in to try and do something here because Joe Nathan completely choked. It is 15-11. San Francisco. This has been the wildest game I've done so far in this simulation series. Absolutely the wildest. Wow. And Grant Balfour was on this team? Holy shoes. I don't know if I'll be able to cover anybody else. Especially given the craziness that's happened so far. But wow. And that's a swing and a miss there. As Balfour gets the strikeout. And so Minnesota is down 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. I don't know what's going to happen. Matt LaCroix is up. And we'll see if he can do something against... Christensen is still in this game. He gets a ground ball to the third baseman. That's an out. So now 1 out from Minnesota. Jason Bartlett, who would have been the hero of this game, is up now trying to make something happen. Down 4 runs, and he hits that ball pretty solid to left field, but that's not going to be enough in the dome. They got to turn up that AC pretty high, and they're down to their last out. Shannon Stewart. Let's see. Swing and a miss there. That's strike 1. Christensen now trying to make it happen. Swing and a miss, high and inside. That's strike 2. Let's see what Shannon Stewart can do here. And he gets it into left field and gets a base hit. So the Twins are still alive. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is getting interesting again, as Felipe Alou is not taking any chances. Christensen is out. He's bringing in Armando Benitez here, who has closed many a game. As Joe Mauer, he's gone 4 for 4 now. Let's see what he can do. That's a fastball high. Ball 1. Benitez throws. And Mauer with a shot towards right field. Moises Alou under it in front of the baggie. And that is it for the Twins. The game is over. The San Francisco Giants have defeated the Minnesota Twins 15-11. A bunch of old men took down these Twins here. Oh man, let's take a look at this box score here. Ooh-wee. This is a 9-inning game, by the way. This is not extra innings insanity. No, no, no. So, Christensen, the winning pitcher. Joe Nathan. Dear Lord, dude. What a way to choke. What a way to choke. So, the Giants, their big inning was the 4th inning. It seemed like. And then, of course, the 5th inning happened. So, it was a 6-3 game. And it seemed like, all right, San Francisco's going to hold it. But then the Twins explode for 8 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning and retake the lead. And it's like, all right, Minnesota's got this. Then San Francisco gets 1 more run. And then, all right, so the game is close now. It's 11-10. Nothing happens in the 8th inning for either team. And it seems like, all right, Joe Nathan is coming up. Minnesota has probably got this. Nope. Promptly allows 5 runs to the Giants. The Giants with 22 hits. The Twins with 15. No errors, either way, on either side of the field. Look at these numbers. So, Ray Durham, who had himself a game, had 5 hits. Scored 3 runs. Drove in 1. Had 6 at-bats. 833 on the day. JT Snow also. 4 hits. Drove in 2 runs. Look at Omar Vizquel. He is the hero of the game with, look at 4 RBI. Moises Alou, 3 RBI. Marquise Grissom, 4 RBI. Crazy. Moises Alou with basically the dagger of a home run. Dagger of a home run. Wow. These are fantastic numbers. And Minnesota, you cannot blame their batters. They put up 11 runs. That is more than enough for any competent pitcher to work with, but apparently wasn't competent enough for the Minnesota Twins pitchers tonight. Look at this. Look at the numbers. Joe Mauer had himself a game, and of course he didn't get 1 more hit in the 9th inning, but I mean, the guy, He had 5 at-bats, got 4 hits, had 3 RBI, drew a walk, and scored a run. That's a fantastic night. Jock Jones, let's see. I mean, he got himself there. I mean, really, the Twins, Jason Bartlett, who's supposed to be the hero here, got a 4 RBI. I mean, that bases clearing double by Jason Bartlett. You would have thought that was it. That was where the Twins were like, we're gonna take care of these old guys, but nope. That was not it. And Brett Tomko. So he got tagged with 7 earned runs. Jason Christensen got tagged with 4 earned runs. And it seemed like, because Tomko had himself an okay start, but then that inning happened. That inning started to happen in the 6th. And it was like, okay, they put in Christensen, and the inning kept happening. So both of them allowing 4 runs in that inning. But then it seemed like, all right, well, it's fine. That's it. And well, Christensen regrouped. Alou didn't have any qualms about taking him out in the 9th when he started to falter, and then Benitez closed it. Technically not closed it. It didn't count as a save, but might as well have. Radke gave up 6 runs. Then Mulholland gave up 4, and it seemed like the same thing was happening for the Twins. All right, Mulholland's going to stay in this game. Then Rincon came in, and then Joe Nathan. Wow, dude. 5 earned runs in the 9th inning. What a way to blow it, dude. You gave up 4 hits, one of them a home run. Holy mackerel. That's... oh, boy. I don't know what else to say about this game. This was the craziest one so far, and I'm really glad it happened. That's it for me, everybody. This is Francisco from Sports Goofs. Next time, we'll have the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Chicago White Sox on Home Run King. That'll happen, I believe, on Wednesday. We'll look and we'll see. And then tomorrow is our... was it 63rd or 64th episode of Sports Goofs? I can't even... I don't know. I'm not keeping... well, I should be keeping count. Either way, look forward to that tomorrow. We'll talk about some stuff. And watch the other ones in the series, man. There's been some good games. I talk about old baseball players, and people are liking it, man. People are liking it from all walks of life and all areas of baseball, including... people who are in the business. So I'm kind of glad that's happening, and we've got an international crowd. Thank you all for sticking around and for dealing with all this stuff that's happening in the world. Please stay safe, wash your hands, wear your masks, don't go out unless you really, really need to, and try and enjoy yourself within the means of everything. Listen to what people are saying with regards to your safety, and I'm tired. I'm done. Thank you. Adios.